Hello students, this is Dr. Mercado. I hope all of you are doing well and are getting ready to tackle the last problem that I'm going to be covering for this particular week. Okay, the problem that we're going to be covering is problem 412A. This is a long problem. There's a lot of forms that need to be completed, so let's be patient and pay extra attention to all of the details in the forms. Okay. This is Accounting 1329, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting, and we are covering material from Chapter 4, which deals with income tax withholding. Okay, now let's jump over to the problem that we're going to be covering in this lecture. It's problem 412, and as you can see, it's overwhelming. Okay, there is, I believe, a show me how video, but it's very short and vague on Cengage, so I decided to do a supplemental video because let me quickly check my notes here. Let me see, where did I leave my notes? Give me a second. Right here. Yes, this problem you're gonna see it on a test. Okay, so I decided, because it's gonna be on your test, to go over it with you. Okay, that way you understand where I'm getting my numbers. Okay, so that is the reason I'm covering it with you. Okay, so it says during the fourth quarter there were 7 bi-weekly paydays on Friday. There was 2 paydays in October, October 4 and 18, 3 in November, the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th, and 2 in December, the 13th and the 27th. Those were all of the paydays that we had during the quarter. Okay. Using the form supply, we have to complete the following for the fourth quarter. Okay. We have to A, complete the federal deposit information worksheets reflecting electronic deposits. This is a monthly depositor. The employee's phone number is provided, and the federal deposit liability each pay period is $677.68. B, we have to complete the employer's quarterly federal tax return, Form 941. This form is signed by you as president on January the 31st. And then C, we're going to complete the employer's report of state income tax withheld for the quarter due on or before January the 31st. Here they give you the data for the quarter. Okay, we have 5 employees. They earn $18,750. We have the OASDI for the employees, for the employers, the employer's HI, the employee's HI, federal income tax, state income tax, and the federal deposit liability each pay period. Okay, and then we have to complete all of the forms provided. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the federal deposit information worksheets, which are the ones that I have here. We have 3 worksheets, 1 for each month of the quarter. Okay, and these are basically the when we submit our deposit, we have to submit this information worksheet. Basically, it's like a recap of what is it that we're submitting. Okay, so we're gonna start filling them in, and of course, these are, I copied it from the book, so I can't really type over them. So just be patient with me. I do have to type in or create little content boxes so I can type the information. Okay, so a lot of it is pre-filled for us. The first thing that we have to calculate is the amount of the deposit. Okay, so remember, it's one worksheet per month. So the first month that we're doing is the month of October. Okay, now let's look at October. October had 2 pay periods, October 4 and 18. Okay, and it says that the deposit liability each pay period is $677.68. So they've done all of the work for you. They've provided you with the federal deposit liability each pay period, and we know that we have 2 pay periods in October. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get my $677.68. Okay, which is my deposit liability for each pay period, and I'm going to multiply by the number of pay periods in the month, which is 2. We have 2 pay periods in October, the 4th and the 18th. So that's going to give me $1,355.36. This is the amount of the deposit. Okay, we're going to deposit that amount for the month. Okay. Okay, so let me insert a check box. Okay, so it will be $1,355.36. Okay, the type of the tax form, We're going to put it right here. And the type of the tax form is Form 941. That is what we're going to be completing in Part B. Okay. The tax period, we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter the tax period. And the tax period is the 4th quarter. We are doing, the problem said, during the 4th quarter. So that is what we're doing, 4th quarter. Okay. And then the phone number is provided to you as well in the problem. The phone number provided is 501-555-7331. It is provided to you in the problem. So I'm not making up the phone number. The phone number is coming from the problem. Okay? Right there. Okay? So this is the first worksheet for October. Now, we have to put here, this is going to be deposited on or before what date? Okay? If we look at the depositor information, the problem stated that this is a monthly depositor. Okay? Monthly depositor. So if we look at our tables, depending on what kind of depositor we are, if we are a monthly depositor reporting $50,000 or less, which we are required to make our deposits by the 15th of the following month. Okay? Right here. By the 15th of the following month. Okay? So that means that for October, we're going to make the deposit on the 15th of November. Okay? So we're going to be making our deposit on the 15th of November. Okay? So it'll be on November the 15th. Okay? Of whatever year. Okay? Let's do 20XX because we don't know the year. Okay? So now let's move on to November. Okay? So the November worksheet. Okay? The amount of the deposit. Now let's look at November. November had 3 pay periods. We had the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th. So what are we going to do? Very simple. We're going to get our calculator and we're going to get the deposit liability for each pay period of $677.68, which is provided right there. And we're going to multiply it by 3 pay periods in November. That's going to give me $2,033.04. So that is the amount of my deposit. Okay. The rest of the information stays the same. Okay. The phone number stays the same. The tax form stays the same. The only thing that you basically have to do is calculate the amount of the deposit. Okay. And the tax period, that will still be the 4th quarter. Okay. And the phone number as well. The phone number is 501-555-7331. Okay. And then last but not least, this is October, November, and now we're going to do December. Okay. The amount of the deposit for December. December has 2 pay periods. December 13 and 27. Okay. So once again, we're going to multiply the 677.68 and we're going to multiply it by 2 pay periods. That will be 1355.36. Okay. So the amount of the deposit is 1355. Okay. The tax period is the 4th quarter. The phone number it's the same phone number, 501-555-7331, and the tax form is still Form 941. Okay. So all we basically have to really calculate in these forms are the amount of the deposit. Now, for October, we're going to make the deposit in November. For November, we're going to make the deposit in December. Remember, we're making the deposits because it is a monthly depositor, the 15th of the following month. Okay. So we're going to go ahead for November. Let's put a text box here. For November, the amount of the deposit date would be December 15th. Okay. And then for December, the deposit date would be January, okay? The month after. It'll be January 15th. Okay. So it's just a matter of locating the form. Depending on the type of depositor it is, it's the rule that you're gonna follow. Okay. So those are the 3 worksheets that need to be completed. Okay. October, November, and December. That is requirement A. Okay. Requirement B, we must complete form 941. Okay. So for requirement B, I've got the form down here. The first thing that we have to submit or enter is the quarter. Well, we are doing it for the 4th quarter. Okay. So we need to mark the 4th quarter as the one that we are completing. This is the 941 for the 4th quarter. Okay. Everything else is populated. We don't have to worry about the top section. Just don't forget to select the quarter that we're reporting. Okay. Okay. Line number 1. How many employees did we have? According to the problem. Okay. And this is where you have to read. Okay. We have 5 employees. Okay. So 5 employees. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter the amount of employees in line number 1, which is 5. Okay. Line number 2, wages, tips, and other compensation. Okay. How much do we have in wages for this particular quarter? According to the problem, we had wages of $18,750. That is also provided in the problem. $18,750. That is going to go in box number 2. Okay. Okay. Box number 3. Federal income tax withheld from wages. Okay. That is also provided in the problem. Federal income tax right there. $18.75. Okay. So the amount of income tax is $18.75. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the next box, taxable Social Security wages. The amount of my taxable wages are my $18,750. Those are the amount of earnings, so that is the amount that is taxable. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter the $18,750. We're going to go ahead and we're going to multiply the $18,750 times the rate provided in the form, which is 0.124. And let's see what we get. 18,750 times 0.124. That gives me 2,325. Okay. 5A, letter I does not apply. Qualified sick leave wages, we don't have that. Qualified family leave wages, we don't have that. Taxable Social Security tips, we don't have any tips. Taxable Medicare wages and tips, that we do have. Taxable Medicare and wages tips, we do have. We have $18,750 of taxable Medicare wages and tips, okay? We don't have tips, but we do have wages, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter that. That's $18,750. We're going to go ahead and we're going to multiply the $18,750 times the rate provided in the form, 0.029. That gives me $543.75. $543.75. Okay, right there. Taxable wages and tips subject to additional Medicare tax withholding. We don't have that. Okay. Now, for line number 5E, it says add columns 2 from lines 5A, 5AI, 5AII, 5B, 5C, and 5D. So we're basically adding everything in column 2. Okay. So we've got 2 items. We're going to add those together. 2325 plus 543.75. That gives me 2868.75. So all I did, I added these 2 numbers on column number 2. Okay. Okay. And that gives me 2868.75. What did I do to get that number once again? I added column 2. Those 2 totals in column 2. Okay. Okay. Letter 5A, F does not apply. Notice of demand, that does not apply. Line number 6, total taxes before adjustments. We're going to bring that number down. $2868.75. I'm sorry. For this line item, it says total taxes before adjustments at lines 3, 5E, and 5F. So we're going to add lines 3, which is 1875, plus line 5E. 5E is 2868.75. And then line 5F. 5F is 0, so that's what we've got. So it will be 4,743.75 cents. Okay, 4,743.75. 4,743.75. Okay. Now this is where a lot of students get confused on the adjustment. Okay, current quarter's adjustment for sick pay. No, that's line number 7. Current quarter's adjustment for fraction of cents. Okay, fraction of cents. Let me get my ruler because so many line items here, I'm going crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, so line number 7, current quarter's adjustment for fractions of cents. Okay, how are we going to calculate that? Well, all of the your federal deposit liability each pay period was provided. Okay, for 677.68. Okay. They also give you the OASDI for the employee, the employer, the HI for the employee, for the employer, and the federal income tax. Okay. What we need to do is we need to add those numbers up. So we're going to get the OASDI, 1162.50. That's for the employee. I'm going to add the 1162.50 for the employer. I'm going to add the employee's HI of 271.88. I'm going to add the employer's HI of 271.88. And I'm going to add the federal income tax of $18.75. That gives me 4,743.76. Okay. We're going to get that number and we're going to subtract the amount on line number 6. Okay, which is 4743.75. So that means that we're going to have a 1 cent adjustment. Okay, so my adjustment is for 1 cent. Okay. Okay, right there. Okay. Line number 8, line number 9 do not apply to this problem. Line number 10, total taxes after adjustments. We're going to combine lines 6 through 9. Okay, we're going to combine lines 6 through 9. Okay, for line number 10. Okay, combine lines 6 through 9. So, on line number 6, I've got 4643.75. I'm going to add line 7, which is 1 cent. That's going to give me 4743.76. That is going to go on line number 10. $47.43.76. Lines number 11A, 11B, and 11C do not apply to the problem. That has no relevance as to the information being provided. Okay. We continue with the form. All of these lines, non-refundable credits, are skipped. Okay. Now line number 12. total taxes after adjustments and non-refundable credits. Subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay? This is for line number 12. Okay? So what is it says that we do? We subtract 911D. 911D has a 0. 0 minus line 10. Line 10 is 4743.76. Okay? So we have an amount of, what does it say? Number 10 or number 12. I'm sorry. My calculator over here. Okay. So line number 12, subtract line 11D from line 10. So in 11D we have 0. In 10 we have 4743.76. So we're going to bring that down to line number 12. Okay, 4743.76. Okay. Line number 13, total deposits for the quarter, including overpayments applied from a prior quarter. Okay. How many payments were made? We made payments of 4,743.76. Okay. Line number 13B, reserve for future use. That is not applicable in this problem. Okay, 13D is also not applicable. Now, let's look at 13E. Okay, 13E is total deposits and refundable credits. Okay, how many deposits were made in the quarter? This is line number 13E. Okay, so the amount of the deposits made were the 4,743.76. Okay. Okay. 13F, total advances. We don't have any information about advances. Total 13G, total deposits and refundable credits less advances. Okay. So subtracts line 13F, which is 0, from line 13E, which is 4743.76. So therefore my number would be for letter 13G, for line number 13G, 4743.76. Okay. Line 14, balance due. Do we have a balance due? Nope. All of our deposits were made for the correct amount, 4743.76. So we are good to go for the quarter. Okay. Down here on part 2, we have to check one of the two options that we have. The problem stated that we were a monthly scheduled depositor. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select that box. Okay, so we're selecting that box that you're a monthly depositor. Now we have to enter month 1, month 2, and month 3 tax liability. Those were already calculated when we did our worksheets. So it'll be 1355.36 for October, 2033.04 for November, and 1355.36 for December. So we're getting the calculations from the worksheet that we had already done in step number 1. So it's 1355.36, 2033.04, and 1355.36. Okay. So we're going to enter those in the respective boxes over here for month 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so month 1, 1355.36. Okay, month 2, month 2 is 2033.04. And then month 3 is 1355.36. Okay. We add those three amounts together. 1355.36 plus 2033.04 plus 1355.36. That would give me 4743.76. Okay. Now that line item, that total for the quarter needs to equal to line number 12. So let's look at line number 12. 47, 43, 76, correct. 47, 43, 76, correct. It says the total must equal line number 12. So be very careful that that does equal to line number 12. Okay? And these numbers, we had already calculated them when we did the worksheets. This is where I'm getting the numbers from. 1355.36, 2033.04, and 1355.36. Okay? Okay, so we've completed that section. Okay. Part 3. Tell us about your business. If a question does not apply to your business, leave it blank. None of these questions pertain to our specific problem. So we're going to skip part 3 because nothing applies to us. Okay. Part number 4. May we speak with a third-party designee? The answer will be no. We don't want you speaking with anybody else. So we'll put an X there for no. And then you sign your name. The problem stated, let me see what it stated. The form is signed by you as president. So you are the president. Okay, sorry about that. So you are the president, so you are going to sign the form. Okay, so you're going to complete this bottom section. This is the student's name. Here you'll print the name of the student. Okay. So here you put the student's name. Here, like for example, I would enter my signature. This would be like an actual signature. Okay. Your title, it says the problem that we are the president. Okay. And the phone number provided was in the problem. The phone number for the phone number, it's a 555-7331. That is available. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter that on the sheet, text box. Okay. It'll be 501-555-73. Be very careful that you don't miss any boxes that need to be filled out because if not, points will be deducted by the system. So make sure that you've entered information in all of the little content boxes if they are applicable. Okay? And we are going to submit the form at the end of the month. Okay? So the form will be completed January 31st. Okay? Let's go back. Okay, so it says employer's report of state income, the employer's quarterly federal return, 941. The form is signed by you as president on January the 31st. That is provided to you on the problem, okay? Now, that is the second part. That is the completion of form 941. It's an easy 941. All of the information is provided. You just have to do a simple calculation when calculating the adjustment. But everything is provided so you can be able to perform those calculations, okay? Last but not least, we have the employer's report of state income tax withheld for the quarter during, employer's report of state income tax withheld for the quarter due on or before January the 31st, okay? So now we have to complete this form. I've got the form here. It's a little bit blurry because the numbers are small, but let's go ahead and compute it. And it's a very simple form, okay? It's already populated for you. We do have to fill out the first line item. The first line item says, what is the gross payroll this period? Okay. According to the problem, remember our payroll was $18,750. Coming from the problem, $18,750. Okay. So the first box, $18,750. Okay. The second box states, what is the state income tax withheld? Okay. That is provided right here, state income tax. State income tax is provided to you in the problem as well. It's 1312.50. Okay, so box number 12, it's 1312.50. Okay. Box number 3, adjustments for previous periods. We don't have any adjustments, so that will be left blank or 0 depending on the instructions. Line number 4, total adjusted tax, line 2 plus or minus line 3. Okay, so we don't have anything in line 3, so we're just going to bring down our balance from line number 2. Okay. Okay, which one is it? Right here. Okay. Do we have any penalties? No, we don't have any penalties. We don't have that information in the problem. Do we have any interest? We don't have any of that information in the problem. Line number 7, total amount due and payable. Okay, how much are we payable to? Are we responsible to pay for our state income tax? 1312.50. Okay. So the amount, the total amount due and payable is 1312.50. Okay, so that is the form. Very straightforward. You have to complete the form based on the information provided. And there's really not much to it. Remember to sign the form. The title of the person signing the form. This is the president. Okay. And the date. Okay. The problem said here that we are completing the employer's report of state income tax for the quarter due on or before January the 31st. So we're going to date that on January the 31st. Okay, there we go. So we've got the date, we've got the title, we've got the signature of the student or the person preparing the form. And then basically the only line items that we fill out are the gross payroll for the period and the state income tax. That we didn't have any other adjustments, just that. Okay. So as you can see, we have a lot of forms. We've got our worksheets. We've got our 941, our completed 941. Okay. And then we have our employer's report of state income tax withheld. Okay, which we also completed. Okay, like I stated when I started the lecture, you will see something like this on your test. So be very comfortable and familiar with what is it that you have to do in each of the forms or worksheets. Okay, so this is the end of problem 412A. Please, if you have any questions or concerns, you do not hesitate to contact me. I'm available in my office during my scheduled office hours. Okay, so please refer to your syllabus for my office hours. Please make sure that you do read the chapter before you attempt any of your assignments. If not, you're going to be lost. Okay, so that is basically it. Until next time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.